Hey guys, I'm rushing this intro because I'm 40 minutes late. How's it going? I slept in. Big surprise, but we're still gonna stream. It's only gonna be 2 hours though. 2 hours and a bit. Just make sure this is working properly over on Twitch. Okay. I always gotta check to see if Twitch decides to immediately auto-host me even though I'm live. Because it likes to do that. That's right, we're all in suits. So last time we started Murder on Eridanos stuff, and I'm really enjoying it. Also, it occurs to me that we got the storeroom key from that lifeguard dude, and then I immediately forgot about it. Whoa, frame rate. Anything unique in here, or is it just stuff? Please remember not to fire your weapons at the hotel guests unless no one is around. Damn.
Hell of a job.
So no, nothing unique. Shaw Cannon Hyper though. And it's pristine. I don't think it matters though. Also, since we can fast travel, let me actually do that. Don't need that anymore. I'm still not sure whether or not I like this hat or this one better. Because I like having +10 to all my tech skills, it's really nice.
Anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here. Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Who's Matthias?
An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart thing he's done all month. Sorry, but do you need something? Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
A missing person? I'm actually an inspector. Could look into that for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
I'll look into it. What do I need to know?
The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
I'll get on that.
Inspector, you find my missing man?
Are you in charge of slug security?
Nah, I only manage operations around the hotel. Cedric does most of the maneuvering for Eridanos proper. I don't envy him. The only thing worse than babysitting a couple of hot-headed, overgrown children would be babysitting the entire lot of them.
If you hate managing people so much, why don't you ask for a transfer?
Situation's a little more complicated than you think. Suffice it to say, I'm not inclined to question Slug's place for me anytime soon.
Sounds like it's none of my business.
Smart woman.
You seem a little different than most slug agents.
You mean I can hold a rifle and walk without falling down? Yeah, I'm different from most Slug employees in that way. And only in that way. Anyone who says otherwise should be reported to me personally.
Never mind.
Great. Anything else?
Pool guard told me to talk to you, said he'd have some advice, even though we're already done with that.
Oh, thank the law you're here about the pool. That crucial thing that isn't my job to fix, and that, as such, I don't care about. If you want advice, here it is. Don't talk to that imbecile ever again. Even by my crew standards, he's duller than a telescoping staff. I put him on pool duty to keep him away from me, and now he's up my ass more than ever. How hard could it possibly be to guard a void-damn pool? Inspector. You mean... Yep. I feel like our relationship would be more copacetic if you dropped this line of questioning.
Do I look like a reasonable person, or do I look like someone who will keep pestering you until you snap?
Oh, good. And here I was thinking that today was going along too smoothly. I might have used to work for Auntie Cleo. Might have been security manager of a small pharmaceutical lab. After workplace spat number 175, I decided to defect. Defection isn't taken lightly. Can't go back, so now I'm slug for life.
Alright. It's supposed to be locked down, but hey, let's just go right on in, it's fine. Dogs!
Clever.
Oh, there are marauders here. They're not as strong as the ones on Gorgon, though. That's boring. I was kind of hoping for some, maybe not new enemy types, but at least palette swap ones. Oh, no.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I can't actually inspect this guy. Is he the discrepancy?
The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. His rank would have been that of jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with marauders.
Search his pockets. At least he left this world happy. Oh, right, hold on. Let's get our actual protective armor back. Time.
Security Officer Danvers, nightly report number 27. No sign of trouble, but I'm on the lookout. If it's out there, I'll find it. Wait, I think I see someone. Approaching now. Excuse me, sir, or madam, I require your participation in my nightly security report.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. always question that though, because it's like, why?
I'd have just broken it.
They're doing their little like audio log, right? And then they just get shot, and it's like, well, who's turning it off? Frigiderator? A brief whiff of the contents makes your head swim.
Great work.
Connector complex. Maintenance terminal keycard. It's a cozy little shack. I'm not thrilled about these little bedrolls on wood. I'd be more comfortable sleeping on that thing. Oh, it's got an exacta sight, and that's 8. This gun is the answer to the question, what happens if you add engine coolant to a plasma carbine? There's a chance of chilling its target. What about killing them? I mean, it's way weaker than Parvati's gun, but I kind of want to, like, just see it. I'm upset that there's no unique music here and it's just this song again.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Law. He's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
And now they're dead.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where? Oh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
How do I get up there? There we go.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This card also expired premature.
I mean, yeah, cool. Ow.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Sorry, can't talk. We're busy having a very tedious conversation.
Go! Getting me up!
I can help with that. Well, how much health does that guy have? He survived.
Maybe I could hold...
There we go.
I'm taking cover! I'm switching targets!
I think you should just stick to ranged Nyoka here.
Maybe I could hold up my end. And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who was this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this lass. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll. You'd have burned down what you haven't already.
Things do have a tendency to break around me, but I don't know about sabotage.
I see. Just a visitor then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
I overheard you mention sabotage.
Yeah. Just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's was short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
What sort of sabotage has there been?
Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals, opening fire on anything that twitches within 300 yards of them. We've also got a large group of new saplings, all dead from some kind of toxic substance. Poison, I'd guess. And who could forget the tower processing console, which probably just shorted out and stopped working on its own, even though it's outfitted with 3 separate backup systems?
There are a suite of explanations for what could have happened, most pointing to Rizzo's worker incompetence. My people didn't sabotage anything.
You mentioned an increase in worker accidents?
It's the strangest thing. Like everyone forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. That's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. But I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a mosquito hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased.
I think it has something to do with that blue substance from earlier. I can figure out what's really going on.
Thank the law, some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Haven't even started, man. Still looking.
Well, at the moment I can't do a whole lot with this vulture hanging over my shoulder. So I suppose you may as well take your time.
Really now? I consider myself more of a watch canid, here to make sure you don't try to run off without paying us.
There's something else you need to know?
Any leads on the nursery?
Got a lot of dead saplings that'll cost us a lot of bits. I got a feeling someone poisoned them somehow.
What happened to the Exterminator Automech Depot? Oh, I don't even have the Helen option anymore, oops.
The mechanicals were hacked. They're pretty much running amok. If you could keep from destroying too many, I'd be obliged. Would save us a lot. That said, you might want to be careful. Those things are built to take on mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are generally tougher to kill than people. Just something to keep in mind.
Well, there's a new enemy.
The tower processing console is completely fried. Whoever took it out must have used some kind of explosive.
I'm sorry you had to come in on such a brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to extort.
All right, it seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purpleberries or knocking your workers off the planetoid. All we want is for you to pay your dues.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. As you can see, it hasn't been terribly productive.
What seems to be your problem with the overseering orchidist?
Well, he's being difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here is disinclined to settle.
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be sure to do that. I know what you must be thinking, but no, I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want Slug to get what we're owed.
Is this an official arrangement with Rizzo's?
Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, technically not. Official contracts have some rather obscene fees and documentation. Instead, Our company's opted for a non-official manager's agreement. I'm just here to make certain our friend over there pays on time.
Any truth to his accusations of sabotage?
If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to get paid. In fact, it's bad business.
Are you sure? You sound a bit like an extortionist.
Do I? Didn't realize that expecting my company to be paid for its work was extortion. You should try telling that to the board. Regardless, Slug's Protection Service has ensured the Rizzo's has had zero problems with its shipments at the docks. And all for a reasonable price. We haven't been hostile when their payments came up short either. In fact, Rizzo's is more of a danger to the orchards than us, considering all the workplace injuries. Yes, I think we've spoken enough about that imbecile. What can Slug do for you?
You see any sign of Halcyon and Helen recently?
Nope. Sorry, but this is the first I've visited this area in over a month. Shame about Helen. Liked her movies.
Oh, me too. We didn't get many episodes of Terror on Monarch back in the Vale, but I thought she was great in Dissidents from the Doomed Planet.
Celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people. But that's neither here nor there.
I'd like to ask a little more about you.
You're welcome to. I don't have any secrets.
Do you do anything other than make sure Slug's business partners pay on time?
Certainly. When I'm not out on a job, they usually stick me in the Slug mess hall. I may be a service collector, but that doesn't mean I can't make a damn fine tripicale pie. You're welcome to.
Anything you tell me about the orchards?
Nothing that you couldn't observe yourself. I try not to spend much time here. Hate the outdoors. If you haven't already noticed, these orchards are more of a wreck than even some of the cities on Monarch. Mismanagement, I suspect.
All right. Don't mind me, just investigating. Just investigating. All right. Purpleberry. You can't just say that. Wait, what's your name? Okay, that's Slippery. You can't just say that, game.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
I can't tell if she's happy or in serious pain.
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice.
So, I see you have a slug in your neck. What in law's name is on your neck?
Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck.
Don't move, I'll try and cut it off you.
Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt this urge to protect my little passenger, even if it means hurting you.
Okay, now I'm getting worried. How'd you pick that thing up?
I don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad. So I don't worry about it.
How long have you been this way?
Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger.
Hey, that's great. Can we change the topic?
Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
Anything you tell me about the orchards?
I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's toothsome confectionaries. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our options is even audio-guided as a special bonus feature.
I might be interested in hearing more about your tours.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo's lore. Buy a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge.
What are my options?
We have 3 tour options: Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. Each option is wonderful in its own special way. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus comes with the novelty Purpleberry and Amber, and the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided.
Rizzo's really pushes the hard sell, huh?
Huh? Oh no! Rizzo's doesn't make me recommend the tour. Helping customers just makes me even happier than I already am. And that's saying a lot. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers.
This doesn't feel right, Cap. She's on something.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. There's really nothing better than feeling a euphoric sense of happiness and self-contentment. Now, I'd be pleased as punch to sell you a tour ticket.
How much are they?
Which kind would you like? I'm so sorry, but we're all sold out. Can I offer you a different ticket level? I'm so sorry. You're in luck. We have 1 left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound?
Oh, I thought it would be like a couple thousand, so yeah, that's fine.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Halcyon Helen was in the orchards before she died. Have you seen her?
No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just 1. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by.
Seems a little soon.
Oh, it's never too soon for happiness. Why wait when I could act now? No, and the...
Just the usual shit.
Our alcohol stocks are larger than ever. And a good thing, too, because I just can't seem to stop myself from getting into them. Our products are just that good.
It's upsettingly blissful.
Here we have the Rizzo's Purpleberry Nut Hut Juice Mart. All manner of cool drinks and sweet treats are available at nominal cost to slake your thirst and satiate your hunger. These include, but are not limited to, Rizzo's Nanner Spank Fresh, Spanks Even Harder, Rizzo's Ground Up, Pound Up fruit drinks made with mostly berries and twigs, and Rizzo's Mini Purpleberry Sweet Balls. We hope your visit here will stifle any unlawful urges to pick fruit in the orchards.
Here we go!
One all right?
She has a single bit.
They'll never see us. Done. Heading out.
Be right there.
Excuse me. Boy, I wish my map would stop glitching out. Okay, so there isn't that much to the orchards. Dang.
Deft hands, Captain.
Do I have 100 lockpick? Oh, I do. That's why we're finding so much pristine stuff. That's right, we had just enough for... Can actually get into this building. It just doesn't have a door. It's a Jake building. Weak primal. Okay, they're drunk for some reason. An inebriated primal. Rum and something. Hi. I read that there's only one new flaw, and I'm wondering if it's just a phobia for these mosquito enemies. What the hell? When you're a little too happy, this worker's state of mind is altered, risking an increase in their aggression by 100%. They have a lot of health, too. Rupturing host. Frenzied host. Plasma Rifle 3.0. Oh. That's a lot of damage. And yet, at the end of the day, I think the bolter pistol's still better if you land all 3 shots every time. But, hey, Parvati. Unauthorized personnel may be killed at their own expense. What's the other one that I killed? Yeah, they got slugs too.
Great work. What's going on here? Huh. Well, there's a model swap for a manta pillar. How do I get in there? So I have to not kill these automechs, right? That's a little extra carnage.
Unexpected noise identified.
Let's get over to those automech controls, shut them down.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What time for this, man? Come back to that.
Big mistake.
Parasite spawnling. Sticky acid that causes damage over time.
Wow, not even a scratch!
Parasite jelly. In fact, do not use this jelly at all. Where did that other guy go?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the Purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Height.
Mess with us.
Stand.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Examine the footprint depth and spacing. I feel that Helen's in a hurry.
You find anything? That's real good work, Captain. You think the killer was chasing Miss Helen through the orchards?
Oh god, I don't even know. I guess stand your ground, considering...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay, well, ignoring that. Okay, his controls are underground. Or maybe right here. Oh no, the new fertilizer import from Edgewater is working wonders.
Timeline discrepancy.
These things are tough.
Go! I just wanted to make you smile!
That's smart. Don't mess with me.
A lot of enemies all at once.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Let me get some more footprints.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
One question is, why did you remove this gland? A better question is, why are you keeping it? By the way, it's dripping. Well, sew it. Ah, they're just covered in slugs. God. Like, that's not just one or two. No wonder I wasn't doing any fucking damage in that fight. Where's the stealing? Pile driver, perfect for bashing rocks and skulls. Also deal a small amount of damage to enemies behind the target. That's cool. It's a weak-ass two-handed weapon, though.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected. Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Obliterate a picnic basket. Maybe it's some kind of upper-class mating ritual.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick into are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Let's not jump to conclusions. There are drunk primals stomping around. One of them could have broken it.
Happy customers are repeat customers.
He's also got a slug. They're all infected. How has no one noticed this?
Miss Helen was at this lab too. We're close to finding something. I can feel it.
hate those ones that are just slattered with slugs. It's the happyism cult, but with slugs. Blue, blue. Stop getting hung up on geometry.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Stop.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out, do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go. As soon as you read this, you'll know where to meet me. Tonight, 10 p.m. at the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. B. Well, that seems like a pretty important note. Was it just that one?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Let me guess, what footprints?
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more... Congratulations, Inspector.
That's kind of
You've
annoying.
discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Like, you don't really need that to help you find where to go. This game isn't exactly complicated. The maps are small. That's what I like about it. It's easy to know where to go and what to do. So this is just annoying.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from Display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Taste the residue.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
Fastened back into place poorly. Okay, this is another thing I don't really like. Is there's too many points of interest right next to each other, so it's really hard to like see the map.
Behold Rizzo's all-natural orchards, trademark. Unlike our competitor, instead of the lowly honeybee, at Rizzo's we have crossbred wasps and mosquitoes to create, with their elongated proboscises and stingers, these hardy insects are capable of both pollinating our lovely fragrant fruit flowers, while at the same time defending them from any and all pests that might harm them in any way. It's an all-natural solution. Do not pick any fruit in the orchards. Should you encounter a swarm of mosquitoes on your trip through the orchards, please refrain from defending yourself. Mosquitoes are expensive to breed and maintain, and any damage, if you are caught outside during a pollenization cycle, Rizzo's recommends entering the fetal position. Mosquitoes are averse to the charge and will not come near the field, but most humans cannot sense changes in air.
Well, only one thing to do here. Break out the liquor, light a flamethrower, and have ourselves an infestation party.
Is that what these boxes are?
I just wanted to make you smile.
The hive. I think it's outside. Okay, so never mind. Mosquitoes aren't actually enemies, it doesn't look like. What about the new flaws then? I thought it was gonna be another phobia. I keep hearing sprats, but I don't see any. There's one.
You think they'd complain if I blazed a few trails through these hedges?
Welcome to the Rizzo's Purpleberry Puzzlehead, grown on top of industrial sludge pit 27C. These unusually tall purpleberry trees have grown lush, luxuriant foliage and are literally bursting with extra specially piquant purpleberries. As you wander through our winding maze, feel free to try a fresh purpleberry right from a branch. Maybe you'll discover our next new flavor. Limit 1 berry per customer. Do not try any purpleberries outside of the puzzle hedges. Some visitors have speculated as to the presence of a treasure at the end of the maze. While Rizzo's has placed nothing like this in the puzzle hedges, we still encourage you to explore to
He's infected. Is his name Samuel Hayes? Hutz.
I've already told you 6 times, and I'll tell you 6 more. I don't want a fucking tour! You can badger me all you want. I don't care if I'm from Forest Mills. I'm here as an individual, and I have just as much right to be here as any other visitor. You're welcome to bring a lawyer if you really want to try to force me out, but I can guarantee you that I will bury them.
So do you scream at every single person who approaches you, or am I special?
Don't play dumb with me. How many of you fools have I spoken to by this point? 7? 17? Wait a moment. You have all your teeth. You're not soaked in filth, and you don't look quite as slack-jawed as the regular Rizzo staff. Are you not with Rizzo's?
What made you think I was a worker? Couldn't I be another visitor to the orchards?
Between the lockdown and the fiasco at the Grand Colonial, there are more interesting places for the average colonist to be. Which leads me to believe you're no average colonist. Regardless, please inform me if you'd be interested in a job. I've spent enough time out here that I'm starting to itch. I do not enjoy itching. I'm sure you have questions.
You said you work for Forest Mills?
I do indeed. Specifically, I'm their general counsel. Forest Mills, if you somehow don't know, owns Tile, Wentworth, Dock Rocket, and 24/7 Furniture. We're something of a big deal.
You said you're a lawyer? What are you doing all the way out here?
When the going gets tough, the lawyers start going. Some farther than others. I've been a junior lawyer for coming up on 20 years now. And quite frankly, I'm getting old. Hopefully, there will be enough legal kindling out here to fuel my firm for a while longer. And if I find that kindling, I stand to finally get my raise.
You mentioned working together?
I did. You see, Rizzo's has been advertising a contest in the puzzle hedges. Whoever gets to the center first gets a bottle of the first Spectrum ever made, the Spectrum Original. My interest, however, lies with the associated promise. The chance to attend the Spectrum Brown unveiling and meet Halcyon Helen.
Helen's dead, but Rizzo's hasn't formally canceled this contest.
Indeed, you are a savvy one. Rizzo's can no longer make good on their promise, which means this entire contest is one big fraud case. All I need is a single piece of evidence. With the Spectrum Original bottle, which is located in the center of the puzzle hedges, I will have all I need to sue Rizzo's for all they're worth. That's where you come in.
Why would Rizzo's give away one of their original products away for free?
I don't know if you know this, but Rizzo's is on the outs. They're losing power and losing money. This was no doubt a desperate bid to regain some lost clout. That, or their marketing team is particularly spiteful. You know the saying, I'm sure. Why work for a promotion when sabotage takes half the time and a quarter of the effort?
Why does Forest Mills want to see Rizzo's?
Technically, I sue not on behalf of Forest Mills, but for my own benefit. In arbitration, it might be difficult to argue that this contest is designed to slight Forest Mills. However, as it so happens, if my lawsuit takes a chunk out of their savings, then I can collect while also damaging their capital. It's a mutual win. I make millions, Rizzo's falls further from the board's good graces, and Forest Mills products look that much more valuable compared to Rizzo's trash.
I'm not sure I understand why you need my help. It's just a maze, isn't it?
Navigating the maze is normally no easy task. Rizzo's has no interest in giving their property, however old, away for free.
Come on, Captain, it'll be fun. Not like they got Mantiqueens waiting around the corner or anything.
I'm glad you're feeling confident, but this maze is deadly by design. And if that weren't enough, Zimmerman and Navarre don't want anyone sneaking away with their prize. The place is mined and rife with murderous mechanicals.
Is anyone else trying to get the Spectrum original?
2 buffoons, but persistent buffoons. There's that woman from Glacial Age who has perhaps never had an original idea in her life and hopes to pass the original off as her own. Then there's Navarre, who is strange. I suggested I give her the original after my lawsuit if we worked together, but she wouldn't hear of it. It must be hers alone, it seems.
Alright, I'll get your prize.
Excellent. I look forward to finally being able to focus solely on legal matters. Oh, and keep an eye out for competitors. Odds are they'll be looking out for the original as well.
Weird quest. Hold on, I'm gonna go, Oh, hostels nearby, hold on. God, there's too many marks on this little tiny map. It's really hard to click on anything. It's all the same shit. Emily Zimmerman.
My word, stranger, you sure gave me a fright. I thought you were one of those strange sorts heaving all over the place. Maybe they got a bad batch of Purpleberry wine. Since you don't seem to be laughing maniacally or projectile vomiting, think you could do me a favor?
How many side quests are in this
I'm
hedge
trying to come up with a
mage?
new name for a Glacial Age product, but the creative side of things just isn't my area of expertise. Do you happen to have any ideas?
I freelance as a product design consultant. My advice isn't cheap.
Wow, a real consultant. And I had the good fortune for you to luck into me. I'd be delighted to pay you. So, the company I'm with is Glacial Age. Our products usually have a finer ring to them, and the product I'm trying to name is a vodka. Take your shot.
Distilled Dreams by Glacial Age if you want to seem real uppity.
Wow, that sounds great! I'm sure my bosses will love it. And don't worry, I'll absolutely credit you in one of the product footnotes.
I get the funny feeling you're not just here to sightsee.
Hell no! Who'd sightsee in a place like this? I've nearly stepped on 3 landmines, and I just had to crawl through a hole in a hedge to keep myself from being crisped up by a mechanical. When you hear the word maze, do you typically think of instant death lurking around every corner? Because I sure don't.
Gonna take a wild guess seeing how you're in this maze. You want to reach the center.
Close. I want what's in the center. You've heard of the competition, right? Whoever gets to the center gets a rare Rizzo's product and the chance to meet Halcyon Helen? My eyes on the rare Rizzo's product, namely the Spectrum Original, the first product Rizzo's ever made. I intend to reverse engineer it and make it Glacial Age's own.
Like anyone who drinks Glacial Age is gonna know the difference.
Ooh, this is dandy. I was not expecting any feedback from field testing before I'd even created the product. I'll be sure to jot that down for future reference. All I need for my prototype is the original itself. Then I can start production.
Isn't stealing the original to make your own project kind of dishonest?
Dishonest? I've only ever heard that word used in that arbitration serial Lawful Labelle. Rizzo steals, Spacer's Choice steals, Auntie Cleo steals. And so, if Rizzo's decides to release one of their original products for anyone to take, then it's Glacial Age's right to swoop in and be proactive.
Not seeing why you want my help.
It's these damn puzzle hedges. I don't know what I look like, but I reckon it ain't like a scrapper. That place is fit to burst with mines and killer machines. No doubt the work of my rivals. Better no one can get to the original if they can't have it.
You're not the only one seeking this product, right?
Reckon not. I've seen a couple of folks as out of place as, well, me. One's a lawyer. You can tell by the smell of cigarettes, booze, and tears. Must sense there's a lawsuit to be found with the original. On principle, I don't want him to get it. Also ran into a woman with a funny look in her eye. Plain told me she wanted the prize so she could stick it on a shelf. Hell's the use in that. Shelf ain't gonna help nobody.
Good luck with that.
My oh my, wouldn't it be wonderful if a freelancer could help rescue me from my horrible plight?
I feel like you're a long way from the Glacial Age offices.
Hey, when a body hasn't contributed to her R&D team in what feels like months, she starts to pursue any leads that come her way. I tested into this job, same as anyone else, but there was a malfunction with the testing equipment during my final assessment. Makes me think that maybe I wasn't cut out for this. No matter what the scores say, it ain't easy for me to make things. Only had a few successes, like little cysties, pustules that pop, or my no muss, no fuss biodegradable bullets.
Love those. All the firepower, none of the evidence, eventually.
What? You know about those? I mean, that's great. Always figured my products were niche. That is, unpopular, unknown, and unprofitable. Nice to hear it ain't always so.
This way.
Here we go!
There's so many of these little holes.
And we're stalking.
What? Sounds like the fucking maze from, oh, this is just a big old dead end, okay. The maze from Breath of the Wild. You're fine. So instead of a permanent concussion, now it's 25 seconds, looks like. It's fine.
Here we go. Smile, damn you! Love a good fight.
What is this? Why is there a crypt? In this hedge maze. It's also not a big maze, is it? Oh, well.
That was fun.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. Ground appears to be scattered with purpleberry seedlings. This particular strain is of a variety proprietary to Rizzo's and should not be in common use.
Captain Robin's spine. Lancelot. That's kind of cool. Doesn't actually tell you how much armor it ignores, but it's kind of weak though. As with all unique weapons in this game.
Onyx sweeping.
All right?
dudes. God, the fucking frame skipping. The collector. Just waiting for this thing to go away. There we go.
Greetings. Have you brought your auto mechanical to the service technician lately?
Sneak 100 in intelligence. Whoa. What you just said sounds both banal and scripted enough to be a code phrase. You trying to sell me something?
Respectfully, I think there are better places to try to sell things than the middle of a hedge maze. Judging by this exchange, I presume you are not the person I was waiting here to meet.
How do you know I'm not?
You're not covered in a layer of dirt, fertilizer, and self-loathing. Listen, I don't know you, so I'd rather keep my admissions to a minimum without the presence of legal counsel. I was waiting for someone to give me information about these hedges. That's as much as you need to know.
I'm pretty sure she's hiding something. And I'm not sure I want to know what it is.
I take offense to that. I think.
Oh, I get it. You're after the prize in the center of the hedges, too.
Shh! Not so loud! Ah, damn it. I guess you already know. I am indeed looking for the prize. You've caught me.
Finding the bottle won't let you go to the unveiling. Why are you here?
What interest have I in an unveiling? I don't watch much in the way of serials, and crowds only make it easier for people to get behind you. I'm after the Spectrum original itself. And not to drink. Have you noticed that there's no trace of anything the corporations have done in the past? In fact, this contest for the original is the only time I've ever seen a corp refer to a prototype product not currently on the market. And why isn't it on the market?
Now you mentioned it, that was a little strange.
Indeed. And it's happened before. Seems the Corp are trying to hide their past failings. Anyhow, it's valuable to me to collect that which might inform future generations.
You're not the only one?
No. There's a bottom feeder who sees an easy payday connected to it, but he's hardly worth considering. I also briefly engaged with an optimistic young woman intending to use the original as a springboard for upward mobility. Better than letting it rot, but still not ideal. Did you now? And how do you know the others aren't secretly Rizzo's agents who'll stab you in the back and take the bottle the moment you turn away? Give me the original and your actions will actually matter. I can promise you that. Think fast. Never know when someone will come out of a bush, bolt or pistol at the ready. Keep your voice down.
Who exactly are you?
Nobody of consequence. Think of me as an archivist. I collect that which the corporations have dismissed as failures and try to sweep under the rug. Take the recalled Spacer's Choice Powerhead. It was a shotgun shell on a stick, apparently supposed to be used like a spear. Had a tendency to ream the user's torso with buckshot. Corps don't want the common man to know about screw-ups like that, which is why I keep my actions decidedly in the shadows.
Mentioned a prior ordered's contact?
I did. Someone I paid to inform on the orchards after I heard murmurs of a prize here. For security reasons, I never learned much about my contacts. All I knew about this one was that they were a groundskeeper. But the one here is either senseless or acting very well. Presumably, whoever I was in contact with was lying. Or they were found out and hurled off the side of Eridanos. It's a risk of the business.
I didn't find a prize in the maze, but I did find a lead.
Better than a burning barrel filled with Spectrum original bottles, I suppose. Follow your lead. Keep an eye out for fakes.
Honestly, I think I like her better than the other two. I forgot I had a shotgun.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Glaceon Helen.
Easy.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh my god. Let me guess.
Congratulations.
Wow, who would have thought?
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Glaceon Helen.
Shut up.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's hothouse Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. Remember,
You're a part of the Rizzo's family, but you're no family. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
Were any of us? I've returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Oh, this poor fella's lost his wits.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff it gets bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
You're a botanist, right? What'd you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the Mosquitoes. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
What are mosquitoes?
You mean you don't know? Why, they're only Rizzo's brilliant solution to the problem of pollinizing crops while simultaneously protecting its investments. They come through the orchards only during pollinization cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers.
But if something goes wrong in hive control, the mosquitoes could get out.
Well, yes, if there's an equipment malfunction. The pollinization cycle will have to be manually shut down, which means traveling to hive control while the mosquitoes swarm.
I found this bottle at the heart of the puzzle hedge. It says it's yours.
Oh, there that damn thing is. Thank you. I guess this proves it's wise to label your things. Otherwise, some fool might use them as prizes in an ill-advised scavenger hunt. I will admit, I did take the original, yes. But I did so to keep it away from those who shouldn't have it. It's safer in my hands. If you're here to get it, I might suggest you give up. I'm known to be quite a stubborn git.
What do you want the original for?
I didn't want it for anything. I needed to keep it safe. Rizzo's almost never makes mistakes, but offering a classified original product to the public for free? Any upstart might grab it and use it to make Rizzo's look bad, or steal it to make a new product offshoot, or, law forbid, start a lawsuit of some kind. Better I hold on to it.
Don't you think the mines and killer mechanicals are a bit of an overreaction?
The what now? I didn't order any mines or machines. I just paid Slug to encourage people not to enter the puzzle hedges. Figured they'd just dress somebody up like a primal and chase maze-goers, like we did after the Spectrum Black unveiling a decade back. Or maybe that was a real primal, I forget.
You taking the original makes it seem like Rizzo's lied about a prize, which is fraud.
Damnation, hadn't thought of that. Isn't my having it better than any random guest making off with it? I guess not, if it'll cause the company more trouble. Here's the original. Don't do anything with it that I wouldn't do. Hello again, youngster. You're certainly doing a lot of running to and fro. Don't overexert yourself. The Mosquitoes can smell weakness. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a bot.
of curiosity. I want to see if there's any unique items for this. Doesn't look like it.
Hi there, somebody I don't know. Have you stopped to smell the purpleberry flowers of late? Keep your voice down. Never. Let me have a look. It's a little scratched on the neck, and the label's a bit smudged. Smells funny, but I think it is genuine, yes. This'll look real good in my archives. Here's your pay. I'll be in touch if there's ever another time when I need to keep a corporation honest. And if anyone ever asks, we never met. I will take this original and make certain that it remains as evidence of products past. Whatever the future may hold, this moment, at least, will have some permanence.
Cool.
It seems the prize I was after has mysteriously vanished. Of course, I am perfectly composed and not fucking furious about the utter waste of time and money.
I know he's infected. Oh, this guy is way back there. I'm gonna have to pack it up soon, but let me see if I can finish these side quests here.
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. Gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door, the sleek roof and glitter. This warehouse is truly, truly a wonder. We hope you enjoyed your unguided tour through the orchards.
Making it look easy.
Why is this here?
Okay. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
About as good as any other slogan.
That was completely splendid. You didn't embarrass yourself even the slightest bit.
No jest. Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
I think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
How did you get your position?
Laws. You've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
Take it you don't intend to stay an intern.
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
I'd be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment.
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world.
Why is she
and
looking at me?
the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
She's just been stuck in this. Good luck with that.
I get the feeling you don't think I can do it. That's okay. Trying to improve the system from within isn't the most glamorous thing, but I think it's worth the effort. Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
See any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
What about Spencer Woolridge?
Who?
That's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what happens if the mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours.
But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to Hive Control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Got a strange substance on the processing console. This has something to do with you.
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slab that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I don't know if I believe her, but she's really trying her best.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster.
I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. Thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
Seems a bunch of our exterminator mechanicals were out on the warpath. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollenization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
Bots were shooting anything larger than a mosquito. Must not have recalibrated targets.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up. Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
Wouldn't that enable you to screw up even more? Once you burn down the rest of the orchards? No chance. No harm in trying to make things better. I'll talk to your boss.
Wow. Thank you so, so much. You do this for me and I'll make sure to do whatever I can to make things better.
I'm real proud of you, Captain.
It's another Parvati. Hopefully. You have one chance to not mess this up and be like everyone else in the colony. She also has $1 on her. Wait, how come this one's not stealing, but this one is? Oh my god, I just want the fast travel locations.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a...
How's the investigation?
I've completed my investigation.
All right, let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled over the processing controls, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't ever heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
An herbicide was mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator automix.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our mosquitoes?
They were really just trying to kill everything. You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollenizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually. But if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the mosquitoes wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to manually initiate a pollinization cycle?
Well, yes. It's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
Anna Summers caused her problems, but she didn't do it on purpose.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think about it, that's why she'd be a perfect saboteur. I'll deal with her later. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the Brown unveiling. Could pay them with interest. I will rip your tongues out.
Never liked paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. If she was really causing all that trouble, I will delight in severing her from her job.
Her intern confessed to being inept. She honestly seems like she just wanted to help.
Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some damn severe incompetence you're talking about. I still wouldn't want someone like that working the orchards.
Perhaps you could be of use to each other.
What the hell are you proposing? Let her burn the orchards down while I stand behind her and applaud? We ain't got nothing to exchange.
The intern's an earnest worker. I bet she could do an excellent job with your guidance.
She wants to help, does she? You know what? I'll call your bluff. She can keep at it with close supervision, but if she screws up even once, she's out. Here's your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things. It's gonna be real interesting in the orchards for the foreseeable future. Thanks, I guess.
So, are we gonna talk about the parasites that are killing the rest of your workers?
So, our situation is finally resolved.
Maybe that'll come up in the,
At the end of the day, it's
the
almost
lab.
amazing how easily you were able to solve both of our issues. Shame you aren't living in Byzantium. Could have been an intercorporate diplomat.
Oh, there won't be a
But at
Byzantium
the
for much
moment,
longer.
I'm more than pleased to take advantage of your considerable skill. Thanks for ending this nightmare, Inspector.
I like this guy.
I've still got some paperwork to work out here. But after that, goodbye, orchards.
Well, that's that, I reckon. Much as I would have liked you to send slug packing, I can't deny that your solution was damn slick. Wish you'd been there at the annulment of my last marriage contract. Maybe then my ex-husband wouldn't have my house, our teacup cained, and 20,000 of my bits. Sorry. You're living past trauma. Thanks for working things out.
Hey. A bi and or gay man. That doesn't happen often. I kind of want to... I don't even...
After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside Terrace, I was expecting Purpleberry Orchards to be another flowery name for a shithole. But this is nice.
Oh,
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
nice other than all the parasites, sure. What the fuck?
Calls for a harvest, I do believe.
You sane?
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but
You know, when your folks warn you your face will freeze like that, you aren't supposed to take it seriously.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all... Rizzo's does beseech you to please now with the puzzle hedges
Sorry, man,
but... There...
Next time. I gotta go. I just want to talk to the girl again. How do I keep doing this? This isn't even the right... Oh, I hate this fucking place. Where is she? So there's the puzzle hedges. Is it this building?
I got a message from my boss, and it wasn't pack your bags and get the hell off the planetoid. I get the funny feeling I've got you to thank for that. Mr. Hathaway said he knew about all my screw-ups across the orchards. I was afeared he was readying the axe, but instead he said I could still work here with his supervision. He sounded ready to blow a blood vessel or two, so I guess I'll have to really earn my keep now. Thanks for sticking your neck out for me. You and Eridanos won't regret it. I'm just so amazed that things ended up working out. I don't care what Mr. Hathaway says. The orchards aren't so bad.
Okay, just watch out for parasitic mantipillars. Still kind of shocked no one's mentioned that yet. Fuck. What did I just take? Still surprised there's no sort function for this. I still don't know if I like this or Or her other weapon better. Let me just stash them for now. We'll do that side quest next time. Oh my god, just let me let me warp. Yeah, sorry, shorter stream, but I started real late today. I went to bed earlier too, and I still slept in. So where is this guy? I can't tell, my map is all pixelated. Underground? Maybe they're in the thing. But that's a question for later. I gotta go. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do more of this. Have a good night. Stay fresh. See ya.